Hey, Crypto Nation, you're going to love this episode where we talk to Matt Orona about the new Ubisoft NFT project on Ghost Recon Breakpoint. We also discuss the future of gaming NFTs and how game makers can leverage NFTs to enable the resale of games that were digitally downloaded. Follow me as I explore some of the world's most interesting NFTs and their collectors on this episode of NFT Show and Tell.
Well, NFTs, I guess like everyone else, the hype over the past year or so is when I really started to pay attention. But before that, I guess it's NFT adjacent is cryptocurrencies. I've been into that for quite a while, like dabbling in and out. Got started in it as just another passive income stream, really. Didn't really think too much about it until I guess the pandemic hit and we were kind of forced to think of new ways to earn money, and then got really serious into that, which then led to NFTs.
So when you heard the first time you heard about NFTs, I mean, what was your first thought about them?
What? Like I had no idea what the hell it was. I just couldn't understand the concept at all. I just knew it had something to do with the blockchain, and it took a lot of reading to figure out and then watching videos trying to see what this was. And I still don't think I understand it, but I kind of get it, like enough to dabble.
Well, I know you're a big collector of all kinds of things. In your kind of IRL persona, you are a big sneakerhead and collect all manner of Air Jordans and other sneakers. So how does that relate to the way you think about NFTs and collectibles?
Oh yeah, well yeah, collectibles. Yeah. Well, yeah, speaking of the shoes, there is a website that's pretty popular with resellers. It's called StockX. And they just got into NFTs where they are selling NFTs of like Jordans. And but it's really weird. I don't quite, this is another thing I don't quite understand is so you buy the NFT is yours, and then it also gives you the chance to purchase the actual shoe. So not even, you don't get the actual shoe, it's just kind of the chance to get it. So I guess if you don't actually have the shoe, at least you have a nice shiny picture of it, which is the part where I'm getting hung up on, where it's I love art, but I'm more interested in seeing where NFTs are going. Like I like the proof of concept of it being connected to art right now, but I want to see where it's going. That's what I'm interested in. What's next?
You remind me of the project you're describing here, where you have an NFT of a shoe, a physical item. I was recently talking to an entrepreneur, and they were looking at a project where they take a physical item, let's call it a diamond, or in this case, a shoe, and they store it in a vault. And then they certify that they are holding these mint condition Air Jordan 6s in a vault. And they've had independent valuations of the shoe to affirm that they are truly in mint condition, and serial numbers or whatever else is behind them. And then they issue an NFT against that physical item in the vault. And then the idea is that you can sell, trade that NFT, and whoever holds that NFT at the end of the day, theoretically can come to the vault, which is in a physical place, I think in Utah somewhere, and say, all right, give me my Air Jordans. I have the physical NFT. But in the meantime, until someone actually wants to take them out of the vault, the NFT just represents the non-fungible owner of that particular item. And I think that's a really interesting direction that the future may hold for NFTs, right? Because you could imagine that extending out to diamonds, other pieces of precious artifacts or items, right? So that's something I think that's coming and is really interesting.
Yeah, I like that a lot. First time I'm hearing about that, and I could see watch collectors loving it because they are hardcore, and like so hardcore where they won't even let you see their watch, or if they let you see it, they don't allow phones or cameras nearby because they don't even want that getting out that they have that. So if you can buy and sell watches using NFTs like that, oh, that's a game changer. Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's interesting because I think one of the value propositions there is the idea that you can hide it. You don't have to show the world that you have it. And theoretically, you are outsourcing the storage of this item so that, you know, who has the vault in their house, right? Like who has enough security in their house to protect several multi-$100,000 watches or whatever the case may be. That's tough. And then there's a question about portability, right? That's obviously one of the value propositions of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. This idea that you could take the value with you wherever you go because you can access it from anywhere. So I think that's kind of what you're leaning on there. That's pretty interesting. Well, enough prognosticating about the future of NFTs. For the moment, this is NFT show and tell. So I'd love to dive into some of the NFTs that you've been collecting and the ones that you're excited to show us today. Why don't you pull up your screen and show us what you've got?
Okay, so I'm going to start you with controversial. This was really, really controversial when this was first announced and became available. Ubisoft announced that they were getting an NFT game, and their first dabble into it was with Ghost Recon, one of their pretty big franchises, and the latest one, it's Breakpoint, something like that. So gamers, they hate change. They don't like anything different. Just give me the last thing you gave me, but better looking. And whenever you have DLC, they also hate that, but they spend money on it for some reason. They hate it, but they spend money on it. So I don't understand it. These were actually free. And the reason why I liked these was you actually had to achieve something in the game to qualify to get one of these items. But then also one of these items are also limited. So this one it's probably too hard to see. Let me try again. Nope, it is not zooming in.
Are you able to click into it?
Yes, there we go. So this, I don't know if it looks a little bit better. So it was the very first one that came out. I believe the achievement you had to get for this one was just to be a certain level. It wasn't that hard. And there was 2,000 of them. I got one of them. And then they have the marketplaces here if you wanted to turn around and sell it. And I brought that up. So there's all these guns. The bulletproof vest, pants that you can turn around and sell.
Okay, so this is pretty fascinating. So this is, let me to recap. This is an NFT that you earned by achieving a certain level in this game. So it looks like it's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and only 2,000 people were able to claim ownership over this particular weapon.
Right. Correct. And then, oh yeah, go ahead.
And is it the case that there were more than 2,000 people at that level, and it was a rush to be one of the first of those 2,000? Is that what happened?
Oh yeah, exactly. I think these were claimed within a few seconds. And another drop today happened. It was for this pistol. This one, you had to get 100 close quarter combat kills to be able to claim this gun. And that happened today, and there was only 200 of these guns available. So these, it went super, super quick.
So tell me about what that process looked like for you. I mean, you obviously got this drop. Are you grinding? Are you staying on top of it? How are you able to get these items?
Yeah, a few of them are grinding. I didn't like this one right here. This one for this badass helmet. This one actually required 600 hours of gameplay. There was no way in hell I was doing that. But it's a really cool helmet.
So how did you get one then?
I did not get the helmet. So you want to see my wallet?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have so there's my wallet. I have one item, number 1,669.
Aha. I'm sure that was not at all.
No, yeah, I couldn't even been better timing. I was just pure luck. But I tried over and over again. I kept getting error messages, and I thought I had missed out. And I just tried one last time for the hell of it, and then I hit it.
So it's pretty interesting that the weapon itself, I mean, it's a digital file, right? And on the, looks like the magazine receiver, it actually has your edition number in block print. And that's pretty interesting. So it does make the actual item in game truly unique in that way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I like about it. This is because I like when Microsoft introduced achievements back on the 360. I was addicted right away because it was a cool way to show people that I did something that you didn't do in the game. But it just gave me a little picture, and really anyone can do it. There's just a little bit of time and effort, and this way, there's still achievements, but they feel a little bit more special to me because now I showed you I've achieved something and I have an actual item that's limited. It's limited to only 2,000 in existence.
Right. And so when you think about this item, what makes you want to sell it or not sell it?
Wow. I can't see myself selling it. I checked the market real quick before we got on here. Let me see if I can see for that gun, it's going I mean, let's say it's going. I don't know how many people are actually buying it. Well, okay, you can see right here. Right, this I don't know if you can see this circle right here. It's showing that Ubisoft created the NFT, and then these two other dots or circles behind it are the next two people to purchase it. So people are selling them and buying them. And this one is going for 14 XTZ, and which is about $50 US dollars, and
Wow.
which I guess is okay. Yeah, it's $50, but that's not enough for me to sell it. I'd rather be in game and show people like, look what I have that you don't have.
So when you play games, oftentimes when your character dies, you drop your loot. Is that the case with these NFTs? You can lose them?
No, not you can't lose these, but that's a very interesting thought because there's another Ubisoft game called The Division, where if you go into the dark zone and you drop your loot, it is gone. But if they put NFTs in that, oh man, there'd be a lot of pissed off people.
Yeah, I like this. I've always been fascinated by the concepts of staking your NFTs to play. It almost feels like not quite gambling, but in a sense, it reminds me of Pogs back in the day, right? You put your best Pogs in there, your slammer, and you go head to head with someone, and there's skin in the game. If you lose, you lose, right? And there's something I think really interesting about that.
Oh yeah, I remember Pogs. I'm bringing back some scarred memories of, of losing yeah, Mega Man. I had Mega Man Pogs. That they're the first ones that I used to play with, of like just learning how to play and then stepping up on the playground and losing them right away. Like like they were just gone. Yeah.
Oh man. So when you think about that kind of game mechanic in Division in the Dark Zone, can you imagine yourself using your NFT weapons in that?
No.
No.
No, because I've already like when you get a drop that you know is like a legendary or something, and you make a beeline to the helicopter, watching your back, and then you attach it to the line, and hopefully it takes it up in time before someone comes and gets you. Oh, like those items don't matter because you can get them again, I guess,
Yeah.
if they drop again. But even in that case, my heart is pumping, and I'm just yeah, no, and if entities were involved, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't think I'd be able to do that. That'd be a baller move. Like rich people playing Division just to gamble their NFTs away like that. That'd be
Yeah.
crazy to see.
It sounds exciting. I think I would watch that with people having real skin in the game. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell me about you got involved in this project. I think one because you were excited about the gameplay, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and this was your gateway into NFTs. Are you looking at any other projects?
Nothing specifically. I always keep my eyes and ears open. But it just seems like a lot of people are still, uh, not, I don't want to say stuck, but it's just they're all still just in the artwork game for the most part. I want to see, like, can I present an idea that I've always had on my head that I hope comes to
Please.
fruition?
Yes.
Is okay. So, I'm a huge gamer. Up until the PS4 and Xbox One, I would have every single console, every single handheld, plus a PC. I didn't want to miss out on anything. And buying games for all that is expensive. So what I would do is you'd buy the physical copy of the game and then get done with it, resell it on eBay to help pay for the next game. But now that I'm PC only, there's just not that option anymore. I can't do that because it's all digital. So what I was hoping would happen in the future is that games be sold as NFTs. So when I'm done with it, I could resell it to someone who wants to play it at maybe a cheaper cost. And with how just NFTs work, it would work for the publisher also, because they would continue to get a piece of that resale down the line for every resale of that NFT copy of the game. And that's something I'm really hoping happens. But Steam, they've already said they don't want NFTs at all in their platform. So maybe someone else will start doing it, or they'll change their mind. But yeah, I don't really see that happening for quite a while.
That's a very interesting concept. I love that idea of using the NFT as a vehicle for the IP rights of who owns the game at that moment. And you're right. I mean, with the ER721 token mechanics of being able to take some of those downstream royalties, the game maker really might not have a bone to pick with people reselling that digital copy, so long as it's one copy that's being sold forward as opposed to multiple copies and that person keeping that revenue. So that makes a lot of sense.
Right. Well, there you go. Start your own marketplace for games. And you could run away with it, because I can't program, so you could have it.
I want to just come back briefly to this particular NFT here, this M4A1 rifle that you have.
Oh,
when you think about the art and the NFT behind it, really, what is it that gets you excited about it? I noticed that you aren't willing to part with it. You like that you earned it, and there are at least three parts to an NFT that I think about. One are the aesthetics, another is the utility, right? And another is maybe the speculation or the future value of it that people hold on to it for. When you think about it from those three different angles, which one are you most attached to?
Utility. So the art of it, I mean, it's okay looking gun, but doesn't look anything special, doesn't look anything dramatically different from what you could just earn in game. And then the speculation of future value, it would be nice, but I'm not really concerned about it. Like I'll hold on to it forever. So it's the utility. It's actually being able to use the NFT for something other than just looking pretty. Yeah.
Okay. And I know that we went to the marketplace earlier, if you can pull that up. Given that you like the utility of it, surely there are other weapons here and other items that may prove useful in game. What do you think about when making a purchase decision? Have you bought anything?
No, I have not purchased anything, but I
And why?
was. Oh, sorry. Was that why?
Yes.
The prices are a little bit much, and also kind of like I would feel a bit of stolen valor, if that makes any sense, because all these original owners of the NFTs, they had to accomplish something to get it. Now I know they're choosing to sell it, but if I came in and bought it, it would go against why I like mine. I like mine because I earned mine. So just buying it feels like cheating, almost, sort of.
And if other people feel like you, what do you feel that says about the future of this marketplace?
Yeah, maybe hopefully there's not many people like me, so the marketplace doesn't burn to the ground. Like hopefully it thrives and people are like, yeah, I want to buy it, because like this right here, this wolf chest rig, 1,000 XTZ. That's That's got to be a pretty
I mean,
penny
that's
right there.
thousands of dollars, right? Of USD.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
this kind of, I think, brings up another interesting question. I was looking at another NFT project by Valiant Comics, and I picked up an NFT called Punk Mambo, and it's going to be part of a larger play to earn video game that they're putting out there based on the Valiant comic universe. However, along the way, they have made it very clear that the team is not going to imbue rarer items or rarer NFTs with more utility or greater player statistics. Um, and and I think some of the community likes that, and some of the community doesn't like that, right? And so, is it the case in this game here that a particular NFT, if you own it, does it give you an advantage in the game?
no, I believe it is purely cosmetic. There's no extra stats. So like this gun, the M4A1, the skin is wolves. That's the name of the skin. So these are all just skins. It doesn't boost your stats or nothing like that. I could see why people would be super upset about that. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. I guess if I spend money, do I want to own or pwn noobs or however they say it? Uh, no, yeah, I think I'm on the side that does not want to be overpowered if I have one of these. You know, I like the spirit of competition. Yeah, I don't want to win just because I spent more money than the other guy.
Right. And I know a lot of video games protect the players and the community pretty heavily against that. And if I remember way back when, World of Warcraft, people used to be gold mining and selling them sort of off market on eBay and other places, Craigslist. And I think World of Warcraft was pretty staunchly against that practice because it was giving some earlier players, or rather new players, a really strong leg up, right? And that I think had left a bad taste in many players' mouths.
Yeah, and I think they still do that. Like I think in sports games, you know, EA, they'll sell a pack that kind of boosts your XP, like your earning rate of XP. You get it faster than you normally would have, just so you can play with the big boys like quicker. Uh, yeah, I could see where someone who has like a 9 to 5 and kids and they don't have much time to play, I could see where they value that, where they can kind of play with others in a shorter amount of time. But that's not for me. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an interesting trade-off there between grinding it out and of course, showing that you've earned it, like that sweet helmet you saw, right? 600, what is it? 600 hours of gameplay.
600 hours. Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, there's just
I
no way around it other than just grinding through it.
Yeah, so yeah, this one was 600 hours and these pants were 100 hours, which I didn't even have that much time. I think I tried to grind for that one. I missed it by like 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right, because you got to grind for it, and then you're only one of few people who are qualified to get it.
Right. Yeah. So that one was 750 people. So not much. Yeah.
Overall, what do you rate Ubisoft's entry into NFTs? Would you say it's been successful?
Ooh, so this is going to be controversial because everyone hated this idea. I just think because people are just not familiar with NFTs to begin with. And they just, people don't like what they don't understand. So public perception, I think they lost hardcore a lot. But the way they've implemented it, if people just gave it a chance, then I don't think they'd hate it as much as they do. I like how they did it. It doesn't cost money. You achieve whatever it is you need to achieve. Wait for the drop time and then click that button like crazy, and hopefully you can claim it. So there's no really money involved. Yeah, I like how they implemented it a lot.
Very cool. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. This has been a really exciting conversation. I really appreciate diving into the world of gameplay and NFTs, that intersection. It's exciting to see someone who's using the Ubisoft NFTs and you're grinding for it, you're winning them. And want to see, do you have any closing thoughts for us, Matt?
Oh, no. Well, just I'm a huge fan. I've seen every episode. Thank you for inviting me on.
Okay, that's all we have for today's show. Don't miss out on the next episode of NFT Show and Tell. Subscribe and get your hands on the latest stories before the rest.